Ohio. Initially started writing and performing in like 2007 after a lengthy absence. Started performing seriously, like for real in 2012. Released his first CD titled My Thoughts, These Words in 2013. So, if you like his performance, you might want to get at him to see about getting that CD out. Shameless plug. He got it. Spoken word artist extraordinaire, Michael Barringer.
You exchange seats with me. Don't take me.
How y'all doing, everybody? Good this evening? Good. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about me and my style of writing. I write straight from the heart. I write with passion. Most of the things that I write about, I've experienced. At a half a century plus 1 year, I've experienced a lot of things. So I found that writing got a lot of things off my mind, and it helped ease my mind. And I would never let anybody hear what I wrote, except for one person. She sit back there in the corner. Mama, raise your hand. I thought I was the only one that thought of the things that I wrote about. I thought I was the only one that felt that way. And I thought I was the only one that thought those things. And she said, baby, you have to start letting people hear this. She said, you have a gift. And I said, no, anybody can do this. She said, no, you have a way of saying things people think, but they can't get it out that way. So, she's not my biological mother, but I had her for a class when I was 16 years old at Rogers, and we've never lost contact since. So my biological mother, she's heard my stuff, and she said, it's nice, but do you have to do so much cussing? And now I'll qualify that. I only do it when I feel like it's necessary. Sometimes in being an artist, you can't get the point across unless you're using the words you need to use. So I let my mama hear it. She said, Michael, that's good shit. So, Dr. Brown, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be some cussing. So, this piece I'm about to do, I wrote this in I was actually trying to write the second piece that I'm gonna do, but it started going left to center. So I put it away, and then I had an incident happen, and I was so enraged by this incident. I was out with this young lady, and I think she was using me to make her wannabe hoodlum boyfriend jealous. And he ambushed me, taking her home from a party. And I thought I was about to get shot. The woman wasn't really feeling me. So that was actually going to be my last time taking her out. So imagine, you think you're about to get shot over a woman you really don't even like. So, I was at home, I didn't get shot, obviously. I'm still here and I'm in one piece. But, if he had been a true thug, I might not be here. But, just the thought of that, I was enraged, and the only thing I could do to keep from looking for this brother was to pull out my pad and pen at 1:30 in the morning and write this piece. It wound up being the second piece that I'm going to do. This piece wound up being my signature piece here in Toledo. I'm only going to use the first words of the poem as the title of the poem. I'm just going to spare Dr. Brown. I ain't going to say it twice. Fuck thug love. That should be the phrase that pays. Baby girl, you've been blinded by a false reality, so come out of that daze. Desperate and foolish in your search for love, his life seems more exciting, so you turn to a thug. He's so jealous, girl, he won't let me go nowhere. You smiling with a sigh, till he busts your fucking lip and black your damn eye. You so in love with this fool with his ass hanging out his britches, and he calling you all kinds of hoes and bitches. He thought he saw you peeping another dude. He beat your ass till your vision started to fade. And what did you do when you came through? You leased this motherfucker a Cadillac Escalade. Ain't that a trip? And forget fine dining, because a thug ain't got no class. He can't wait to get you out in public so he can show his ignorant ass. And he ain't no help with the finances, because he needs you to be the star. Because he ain't getting no pension selling stolen shit from the trunk of his car. You giving him all your money, and he gonna take every dollar. But you won't see a good brother like me. Hell, I can't get no holler. And if you do see me, you trying to use me. You snooze me, then you lose me. Cause you so used to his shit, you can't get with a brother who'll treat you with some class. So you go running back to him. And he getting liquored up talking about he got fucked. He put his foot deep off in your ass. Can't you see, baby girl, thug love is a curse? That shit will leave you strung out, hung out, in jail, or worse. Wake up, my queens, and come out of that daze. Cause the term thug love is just a bullshit phrase. You're not gonna kick me out of it. I'm good. I told the truth. Sometimes you just gotta keep it real. I just found that easier for me. You don't misinterpret what I'm trying to say. Now, this piece that I'm about to do, I wrote the Thug Love poem in 2007, and I was trying to write this one. But like I said, it wasn't capturing what I wanted, so I put it aside, and it became the Thug Love poem. But I never let go of this poem. So this thing is like 9.5 years in the making. What made me go ahead and finish it was, you know, and a few of the other artists have touched on the subject. You know, this piece is called Willy Lynch Must Die. And what made me, you know, finish it was, you know, I've seen all the protests and everything about killing of innocent black men and women in the streets, and we should get mad about that. But what enraged me, what made me go ahead and finish this piece was, I don't know if y'all remember in Chicago when that little 9-year-old boy got shot by his father's rival gangs and lured him into the alley and shot him and killed him. Nobody knew who did it. Nobody would tell. And you know they know. If it had been a white man, everybody would have had it on their cameras. They'd have pointed it out. He'd have never made it out of the neighborhood. So my anger was, okay, if we so mad about the killing of these white police officers killing us, how come we don't get that angry when we killing us? Because we doing that at a far greater level than what they do. You know, you can't blame everything on white people. Some things we got to be responsible for. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth, and I'm sure most of the people in here, we got some well-heeled brothers in this room, and I know every last one of y'all worked your butts off to get you where you are. So have I. So it's not always that we don't have an opportunity. It's when the opportunity is presented, we don't take it.
Right.
So, is Norris still in here? Elevator thinking, you still in here, brother? Yeah, okay. Hey man, I'm gonna try to do you proud. You just got your law degree, so I'm gonna try to do you proud, brother. All right? So the way I wrote this is like a closing argument, so it's, you know, I'm gonna go into a lawyer thing. Your Honor, brothers and sisters of the jury, we are here for the sentencing phase of Mr. Willy Lynch, who has been found guilty of racial sabotage against the African American race. Sabotage by definition means to deliberately destroy, damage, or obstruct. The prosecution is asking the jury to give Mr. Willy Lynch the death penalty. The prosecution will now present their evidence and reasons why Willy Lynch must die. This man is personified evil unlike any other. It's hard to believe a person so ruthless could have a father or a mother. If Willy Lynch isn't the devil himself, he is surely the devil's son or his brother. You've all read his letter. You've seen his blueprint of how to keep us divided, using deliberate and manipulating mind pollution. In this case, the prosecution favors the death penalty because this man is obscenely deserving of the worst form of execution. He taught the slave masters to use against us the different hues of our skin, the different textures of our hair, along with the difference in our eye color. We shouldn't be making those differences matter. We are all in the same boat. You are still my sister, and you are still my brother. Today we get jealous of each other's income, where each other lives, popularity, or social status. We should use those successes as inspiration and motivation. We shouldn't get mad at us. But Willy Lynch has some of us pulling each other down like crabs in a barrel. I'm just not human if he's not in league with the devil. I know what you're thinking. Willy Lynch is a myth. He never existed. He was never a person you could feed. That may be true, but I defy anyone to tell me the mentality described in that letter is something you've never experienced. I defy you to tell me that mentality isn't real. We're enraged today because some police officers will kill a black man as easily as they would swat flies. Even when it's caught on video, they still circle the wagons and come up with bold-faced lies. But with our people, Willy Lynch took it to a different level. It's not close to the same dance. He's got black people hating, robbing, and killing each other like we're stepping on ants. I know what else you're thinking. Even if he did live, by now he would have been dead for at least 200 plus years. But we keep him alive. Every time we refuse to acknowledge one another, unless it's to bring about each other's spiritual, financial, or physical demise, we keep Willy Lynch alive. When you've climbed the ladder of success, but refuse to reach back with that helping hand you could give, Willy Lynch lives. Willy Lynch lives when you aspire to be a sperm donor and not a father. When you deny a good man access to his offspring, that child's life, believe me, you're making it harder. I think I know what they would say if we could hear from Brother Medgar, Martin, and Malcolm. We sacrificed our lives in the name of racial unity, equality, and freedom. And this is the outcome? Willy Lynch has us tarnishing our racial heritage, legacy, and pride. If they could have seen into the future, I wonder if Medgar, Martin, and Malcolm would still sacrifice their lives. This monster has us in the midst of an interracial crisis. Come on, black people, I know we can do better than this. But in the midst of this Willy Lynch castigation, let me state these positive affirmations. We are a beautiful people. We are a creative and talented people. We are a loving people. We are all of those good things and more. No matter the hue of your skin, the color of your eyes, or the texture of your hair, it doesn't challenge my manhood to tell my black brothers that they are handsome. I don't have to swallow my pride to tell my black sisters that they are absolutely beautiful. Even in our later years, our skin and our bodies still look vibrant and youthful. We need to stop hating, robbing, and killing us. We need to respect us, and with the grace and power of God, we can protect us. To paraphrase Mr. Tolson from the movie The Great Debaters, the execution of Willy Lynch will collectively help us to find, take back, and keep our righteous minds. Because it is obvious that too many of us have lost it. Finally, brothers and sisters of the jury, no matter from what angle or what direction you look at this case, back or forth, up or down, from side to side, at the conclusion of your deliberations, you must decide, Willy Lynch must die. Willy Lynch must die. Willy Lynch must die. Brothers and sisters of the jury, the prosecution rests.